evening to all of you, and thank you for joining us here on 13 Plus. I'm Mary Coleman, and the talk of the town is the weather tonight. So for that, we're going to bring in Chief Meteorologist Aaron Christensen for a look at what we can expect. And it sounds like jackets are in people's futures.
Absolutely. We've got a couple of concerns: the wind as well as the cold, then followed by rain and snow. And for the most part, in that order, cold and wind kind of sharing top billing. So yeah, we're going to see some rain. We're going to see a little bit of snow, but it's going to be the cold that's what's really making our weather downright dangerous. So with that, we want to give you the breakdown of all of our cold and wind alerts that we have, some going into effect tonight, like our wind advisory. It will continue through 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, that is, basically for all of southern Arizona. We're expecting gusts in that 40 to 50 mile per hour range. So we know that in the Tucson area, even early in the morning, right around 6 to 7 a.m., some of those gusts will be pushing 30, 35 miles per hour. And then by the afternoon, 2 to 3 in the afternoon, pushing 40 to 45 miles per hour. So it's definitely going to be a day marked by some gusting winds. Now, areas east of Tucson, south of Tucson, feeling even stronger gusts at their peak, close to 50 miles per hour for Green Valley, Nogales, close to 60 for Bisbee and Douglas, into Wilcox, 45 in Benson. Now, that wind advisory means, of course, tonight, before you go to bed, make sure you're securing any of those lightweight items in your yard so they don't get picked up by the wind and get damaged or do some damage. But in addition to that, the wind is going to kick up enough dust tomorrow that it's already prompted an air quality alert. So give yourself a little extra time if you have to travel on the interstate in case you run into some blowing dust, reducing your visibility. And if you are sensitive to dust in the air, make sure you're staying indoors as much as possible. Close the vents in your cars when you're out traveling. And in addition to that, we have a really unusual cold weather advisory. We don't have these very often in southern Arizona. Basically means that the wind and cold air will combine to bring us wind chill factors, or a feels like temperature that is pretty darn close to 15 degrees, if not lower, for parts of southern Arizona. Frostbite is possible. Hypothermia is possible with prolonged exposure. This goes into effect 2 o'clock in the morning through 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Again, it does not include Tucson, but it does impact just about all of Cochise, Graham, and Greenlee counties. Simply put, that wind is going to speed up the rate of heat loss in our body. So you take the air, which is already cold, you factor in that wind, and it's going to feel even colder. Like the teens for Benson, Tombstone, Sierra Vista, and Nogales. 9 degrees is what you'll be feeling in the Wilcox area, 10 for Douglas, even feeling below the freezing mark for Tucson, even though our actual air temperature will only dip to the upper 30s. But we do have that chance for rain at about 40%. Normally, we wouldn't say, yeah, that's going to support a few snowflakes, but in the upper levels, we'll have some of that snow, and some of those flakes may, make their way and survive through some of that warmer air at the surface. Won't accumulate for the Tucson area, though. So before you go to bed, prepare as though we have a freeze warning in effect. People, pets have to be indoors. Cover those sensitive plants. Make sure those outdoor pipes are wrapped. Now, our other concern, of course, that precip. We've got about a 40% chance for rain in Tucson after midnight, 50% chance rain snow in Benson, Tombstone, Sierra Vista, and Bisbee, and that's just through the overnight. Another chance tomorrow during the day at 40% in Tucson, 50 for Benson, Sierra Vista, higher in places like Bisbee and Douglas at 60%. Maybe an inch of snow at best for places like Nogales into Bisbee, Tombstone, Sonoyta. Forecast a little bit more there. I'd say an inch or two also possible for the Summer Haven area. Rainfall, this is not going to be a real big super soaker by any stretch. We're talking a few hundredths of an inch of rain for the Tucson area, Benson, few tenths of an inch, Sierra Vista into Tombstone, but it's been, 64, 65 days now since we've had measurable rain. So we'll take what we can get. We can certainly use it. It's just this time it's also coming with that cold blast of air. 55 for a high tomorrow, 56 on Thursday. Mary, if you're hoping on getting up first thing in the morning, making a snowman in the Tucson area, not thinking that's going to happen for you, but, maybe east, but kind of a moisture-starved system.
Sure.
And we're definitely way more concerned about the cold and the wind than anything else.
Okay, noted. Thank you very much, Aaron.
Certainly.
And Aaron will also join us for 13 News Live at 10 and 9 o'clock. So if you'd like to have your most up-to-date forecast, be sure to join us there. Until then, we will leave you with a live look from our Mount Bigelow camera, where you can almost see that chill in the air, huh? We hope you're having a great evening, and we hope to see you later.